It seems like Rolex is really going for it because judging by what happened this year, I think for next year we're going to see even more ADs are going to close because just a couple of days ago, Rolex released their new price list for 2025. Obviously, this isn't public knowledge, but I still got my hands on it. So for this video, we're going to go over the new price list with the new price increases. We're going to talk about the general price increases, and also we're going to pick out the most popular Rolex models and see how the price increase will affect those. And at the end of this, I will also quickly cover why this isn't such bad news for us, the customer, but actually super bad news for the ADs. And yeah, let's dive right into it. So I have a price list. I also got the cover letter that goes with the price list. And we're just going to quickly have a look at it, and I can show you what I have and what I know. So the first thing here is, hold on, let me just quickly, there we go, have the cover letter that reads, "Dear retailers, we hereby blah, 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 inform you that we're going to increase the prices." That's basically it. And they say they've got the following details. So we've got 1% for the pieces in steel, Rhodesian platinum, 2% for white Rolesor, 5% for yellow Everose, Rolesor and titanium, and 7% for white, yellow, and Everose gold models. And then they also have this special Daytona category saying that the 1% increase will be for the platinum models, 3% for the steel Daytona, 6% for yellow Rolesor, and then 14% for the gold ones, which is white, yellow, and Everose, with the exception of those iced out gem-setted models. And now that we've got that covered, we're quickly going over the price list. And a quick disclaimer here, this is an Italian price list. So everything is in Italian, and you have to factor in the 22% sales tax that they have in Italy. I would assume that the price list in Italy would be similar in terms of like percentages. It's going to apply for the rest of the world too, I suppose. I guess it's like give or take a few bits there, but in general that should be very, very similar. So if you want to calculate the price for your country or give like an estimate, you would have to divide this price on the list by 122 and then multiply it by 100 and plus the percentage of your sales tax in your country. So for Germany, we have a sales tax of 19%. So I would divide that price by 122 and then multiply it by 119 to get my price here in Germany. So without further ado, let's close that down and look at the price list. I have some notes here on my phone because I wrote down the most popular models that we would like to go over, because I know for a fact that you want to hear them. So we should start out with the sub date, obviously. Black dial sub date, which is 126. I'm just going through the document and search for the reference number. 126 610 LN for Lunette Noire. And we have a price of 10,850, which would be, let me just get the calculator. If we would calculate the German price, so it's 1085 divided by 122. And then we multiply that with 119. So the German price roundabout would be 10,500 and it's going to say 80. And the current price right now, what did I say? 126, 610 Lunette Noire here. So it is currently the sub date 10,500. So we would have a difference of, what did I say? Like 83 euro, which I mean, you know, it's something. It's not the end of the world, but you know, their prices have been creeping up and creeping up. So yeah, we have a 83 euro price increase technically for Germany for next year. If we want to go over the, oh my gosh, let's look at the Pepsi. We cannot skip this without looking at the Pepsi. Let's see, the Pepsi is 126, 710 BLRO. Current price, we're just going to go for the Pepsi on, I don't know, Jubilee Oyster, we'll see. Let's look at the price list. What did I say? 126, 710 BLRO. Here it is. Okay, so the Oyster says 11,300. Let's get the German price, 11,300 divided 122 multiplied by 119 comes down to 11,022 for the Pepsi on the oyster bracelet, and it is currently at, where do we have it, 10,950. So yeah, kind of like the sub, it's like an almost 100 euro price increase. I think we should next look at the Daytona, because as you could tell from the cover letter, they had the steepest price increase, which was like 100, like, what was it, 14% for the gold models. But let's look at just the regular 126 500 black bezel Daytona. Let's just go for the white dial, I guess, 5,000. I mean, it's the same price. And look for that. Let me just copy paste that in the document. And that one goes for, okay, so Bianco, I suppose that's the white dial. So 16,250, 16,250, divided by 122 and multiply that with 119. That would be 15,850. Jesus. Yeah, 850. That's like 350 more, which is not great. Not great. That's a lot, actually, I think, for the steel Daytona. Anyways, let's look for like a two-tone sub. I'm interested in a two-tone sub, and I'm sure lots of you are too. Two-tone sub is 126, 618 with the blue bezel. Lunette bleu. Oh no, that's a full gold. Sorry. Did I? Yeah, anyways, sorry. The 13 would be the two-tone. Let's go for the two-tone first. So two-tone is 16,600. And on the new price list, it is 17,900. Let's see what the German price is going to look like. 17, let's say 17,460. 17,400. Steep. So you can see the difference. What is it? 16, not really 1,000, but close to. That's steep. I guess we see a lot of price increase due to the spike in gold prices, which is, I guess, which is why it would also affect the full gold Daytonas so much with the 14%. Let's look at the, like I said, the full gold, solid gold Submariner, just for shits and giggles. 41,400 for this one. Let's quickly go over the new price. What does it say? 45,400 should be the new one. 45,400. 45. Oh shoot, sorry. 45,400 divided by 122 multiplied by 119. So the new German price would be 44,000. Jesus, that is steep. So, oh my goodness. It is 3,000, roughly about 3,000 more. That is heavy. I mean, those solid gold subs, they don't go that well at ADs. And I think they will do even worse now. Crazy. All right. Let's just go for the, you know what? Let's quickly finish this off. The last thing I want to look would be at the solid gold Daytona, the one with the 14%. I want to see how that really turns out. 126,508 would be the solid gold Daytona. Let's just go, I don't know, white dial, black dial, doesn't even matter. I'm not going to go, they didn't say, they said something about the gem sets, so we're just going to look at the regular dial. No bling. Let's look at it in our smart price list. Okay, here on an oyster Bianco, I suppose this is it. The white dial, 49,200. 49,200 divided multiplied. Let's say 48,000. 48,000 in the new year. 48. Geez. 48. That's like almost 6,000 euro more for a solid gold Daytona. Those prices are crazy. Those are probably the 14%, give or take. I'm not that good with doing the math in my head, so bear with me on this one. But that really, that's the 14%, I suppose. Crazy. Right, I think those are the most popular models that we can cover right now. If you want to like really dig deep into it, I will link the price list in the description box down below and everything that you need. And then you can just go through the models that you're interested in and see what they will be coming down to next year. And in the beginning, I said that this isn't so bad for us, but very bad for the ADs. Like I've mentioned in the beginning, so many ADs, especially smaller ones, had to close this year, in the past year, simply because they did not do so well. And Rolex is just done with that. If you do not perform very well, they will just kick you off the list. They will give the models and the watches to those big ADs that have the sales capacity to really get them out, because they do need to sell those watches at the end of the day. You would think that it is super easy, but I know for a fact that they really do, especially for these like solid gold models, ADs really have to look for the right in air quotes person to allocate them to. It is a whole different story. I'm not saying this is good or bad, it's just the way it is. So I think given these like price hikes in the short term, lots of people are going to be even more now taken aback and probably not going to buy them just as quickly as they did in like 2020, 2021, that was a crazy year. But at the end of the day, I think it is good for the Rolex customer, simply because those price hikes or these like increases, they are kind of how would you say that in English? They are sort of protecting your watches from inflation, because they adjust with inflation. And so Rolex keeping up with that will ensure you in the long run, and I'm not talking about like 2 years, I'm talking about like 5, 10, 15 years, that the watch that you have, own and love to wear was not going to like decrease in value. I mean, yes, for now it sucks that you have to pay like 6,000 more for a solid gold Daytona. But it is like a protection for inflation. And you have to, I guess they also are affected by the increase in gold prices. So at the end of the day, they have to follow that price as well and make sure that they still, I'm sure they are profitable as hell, but they're a business after all. And that is pretty much it. Just a quick heads up of what is going to happen in 2025 for Rolex. Like I said, this is an Italian price list, so keep that in mind. If you want to calculate the prices for your country and see kind of where we'll land in terms of prices. And that really is all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this. Do you share my opinion on the long-term value for us as a customer? Or do you think that's all bullshit? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more videos like this one, I recommend subscribing to my channel. And then I will see you in my next video. Bye!